What website? You better not be looking at no porn.
Oh, no. I'm talking about this Kickin' Major Flavor, man. I'm talking about this thing lit. Well, they got everything going on. They got the merch going on. You can book that boy Cha-Cha. Yeah, you can get on the email list. Oh, yeah. Then they got that pop-out for sale for $1. I'm talking about they got that pop-out on that damn thing. Oh, yeah, they got to get that. Real. But they Kickin' Major Flavors lit. Oh yeah, it lit for real, man. They gotta tap in to this one right here for real. KickinMajorFlavor.com. Global gang, baby.
Goddamn shit. Being fair.
Oh yeah. Yes, sir. It's your boy Cha-Cha, Charlie Global, and I'm back once again with another one. Oh yeah, the dorm lit. I see everybody pulling up. Why the membership jumping? Oh yeah, man, we lit. If you ain't got yours by now, you better go on get it, boy. I'm finna turn up. Shout out to all the new subscribers, all the new channel members. You know what I'm saying? I ain't nothing without the people, so I appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate everybody that been walking with me on this journey. Shout out to my sponsors, man. Hangoutwear.com. Make sure y'all check out the website. Use my promo code GGANG and receive a 10% discount. Oh, yeah. And by now, y'all should have been hit that like button. Leave me a comment and subscribe. Subscribe to the channel. Oh, yeah, man. Loose lips sink ships. It do every time, boy. You gotta keep your business to yourself. When you got some motion going on, keep it to yourself, boy. Cause you got people that won't stop until they sink your ship. But they can't sink your ship if they don't know your business. So this another Ultra State prison story. Shout out my boy Oscar Jackson, man. Yeah, so little young dude DC get moved in the room with me. You know what I'm saying? DC was kind of a little wild. He was a little wild, you know what I'm saying? A little firecracker, but he was manageable though. You know what I'm saying? He get on his young nigga shit every now and then, man. You know, had to calm that boy down a couple times. You know what I'm saying? But he came in my room, bro. Oh yeah, poor ass bitch was on the floor. So, you know, I gave him the rundown. You know, he hadn't been in prison that long, for like a year and a half by the time he got in the room with me. So he was telling me about when he went through Jackson and all that shit, about how nigga tried to get him to join the gang and all that type of shit. I'm like, boy, I'm glad you didn't. He was like, nah, bro, I just can't be in no shit with other niggas. I already got to do what the police say. Then I got to do what some more niggas say. He like, man, hell nah, I ain't with that shit. So I'm like, okay, cool. That what's up, boy. You made a good decision. You feel me? So we doing time in that bill, whatever. So I give him the game. He ain't have no income coming in for real. You know what I'm saying? Every blue moon, his grandma sent him sent him about $20. You know what I'm saying? But it was every blue moon. So I told him, I said, hey, look, bro, shit, go get you a job in that kitchen. He was like, hell, what the hell I'm gonna do in the kitchen? I said, you see how these dudes be coming back selling sandwiches? He was like, yeah, my little partner do that shit. He was like, but I wouldn't know what to do. I said, shit, go tell your counselor you want to get in the kitchen. And I'm gonna tell you everything you need to know. You know what I'm saying? Cause I was doing all right at the time. You know what I'm saying? I was buying work out the compound, but shit, I was staying afloat. I had me some work. I had me a phone. Shit, I was doing all right. So, you know what I mean? Fuck around. He told me, he said he talked to his sister and they supposed to be coming to see him in visitation. So I'm like, that's the move, boy. So boom. That weekend he go to visitation. You know what I'm saying? He stay up there all day. That thing, you know, he come back to the dorm, he scrapped. You know what I'm saying? He got the glass, he got the little eyewear, he got the necklace, he got a bracelet, he got a ring. So I'm like, damn, boy, you fine. He was like, boy, Vizzo was sweet. My sister had these on, shit. I told her, come on with them bitches. They was some nice little frames and shit, you know what I'm saying? Jewelry was great. So I said, what you finna do now? He was like, shit, boy, I really want to sell this shit, boy, and get me some goddamn work, boy. I said, boy, I was wondering what you gonna try to look like you got some motion, or you gonna sell that shit and get you some motion. He was like, shit, boy, I'm finna sell this bit. I said, man, come on with it. He gave me the glass, and the only thing he kept was the little ring. He was like, man, I gotta keep something from folk, you know what I'm saying? I was like, that's understandable. So he kept the ring or whatever. He gave me everything else. So I laid the shit out on the bed, took a picture of it, you know what I'm saying, sent it to other playmakers I knew, you know what I'm saying, I ain't with no bullshit, they buy this kind of shit, you feel me? So I send a little memo out, you know what I'm saying, I give it back to him, I was like, shit, as soon as somebody hit me, I'ma goddamn grab the shit from you and goddamn get it off for you, so, boom. The first nigga hit me, he was trying to lowball, crumb bomb ass nigga. He was trying to lowball a nigga. I'm like, nah, boy, it's that free world, boy. I can't go for nothing under. You feel me? So boom, my essay partner hit me. He was like, yo, you still got that? I was like, yeah. He was like, hey, don't sell that to nobody. I want it. He was like, name your price. So shit, I hit that boy with the high. Oh yeah, he went for it too. For the glasses, the bracelet, the necklace. Yeah, boy, I hit that boy for $1,500. Yeah, that boy paid $1,500 for that. So boom, he sent me the bread or whatever. I called little bro in the room. I said, DC, give me all the shit. So he gave it to me or whatever. We go in that locker, he gave it to me. So I was like, shit, I'll be back. I was like, watch the room, bro, I'll be back. So boom, I go to the Sally Pope. You know what I'm saying? I holler at the officer, whatever. Shout her, let me out. I said, man, I ain't gonna be gone in 5 minutes. She let me out or whatever. I slide, drop the shit off to the SA, you know what I'm saying? I pee, I go back to the dorm. So I showed bro what I had done made. I was like, shit, boy, that shit just brought 15. He was like, 1,500. I was like, yeah, boy. I said, you got a whole 1,500, boy. What you want to do? He was like, what the phone going for? I was like, shit, I got an extra phone. I can see, I'll sell it to you 500. I said, it's just my little put-up phone, but I'll sell it to you 500. Cause Poe Bit really need that little 5P phone going for 900 to a band. But being that I had it for a while, it still worked. Wasn't nothing wrong with it. I ain't have it on. So he buy that bit. So I after he got his phone on and shit, got his shit situated, shit, I shot him the band. I say, boy, you got a whole band to play with. He was like, shit, boy, I'm finna get me a can and I'ma just sit on the rest. I was like, boy, you got good sense. I said, you can't put all your eggs in one basket, boy. Ain't none of this shit guaranteed. So he was like, shit, bet. He get it can or whatever. He go to trapping, hustling. He ain't bothering nobody. He ain't fucking with no niggas for real. He had a couple of homeboys that used to pull up, but shit, he mainly fuck with them outside the room. So that thing, you know, he went to getting money up. He went to cashing out, getting store bags and shit. He started getting his paper up or whatever. You know what I mean? So I told him, I was like, boy, you been saving money? He was like, hell yeah. He was like, shit, boy, you know I'm saving this shit. I said, you got somebody out there you can trust? He was like, yeah, man, I got my sister. You know what I'm saying? My sister holding the bread for me and shit. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. But like, boy, you got to have somebody you can trust, cause you don't never know what can happen in that bit. You feel me? And I told him, I say, man, make sure you keep that rainy day money now, cause this shit do get wicked in that bit. You just never know. So You know what I'm saying? We doing our thing or whatever. So he was like, bro, shit, let's do something. Let's go in on something. They about a couple weeks later. I'm like, shit, we can do something. What you want to do? He was like, shit, boy, I got a band. We can do something. I got a band. So I'm like, shit, I'll put a band with your band. We can goddamn work something. So I put the money together and shit. I hit my plug and shit and told him what I had. So he fucked with me. He gave me a nice care package, bitch. I'm talking about that thing was nice. We had the goddamn the gas. We had the cigarette. We had the yeah. We had blunt wrap. We had books of rolling paper. We was straight. So we trapping good. I'm talking about we got the dorm fucked up. I'm talking about we got this bitch in the swivel. So shit. And that thing know, he was like, hey, boy, I done found me one. I really want to shoot my shot at her. He say, shit, I got a phone and some money now. He say, I been goddamn peeped the move on her, but shit, I ain't have myself together. Goddamn, I'm straight now. I can play a little bit now. I say, well, shit, that what's up? I say, pull up on her. Shit, check her temperature. I say, you ever came at her that type of way? He was like, nah, man, I just used to speak to her and shit. I ain't really just said nothing like that because I already know how this shit gonna go. Shit, sooner or later, conversation gonna lead to can I call you and all that. I ain't have no phone, so I'm like, shit, what the purpose of talking to this bitch? I'm like, boy, you got good sense. Boy, I say, cause that cap don't get you nowhere. You know what I'm saying? You got niggas in prison that are standing in female face and cap all day. Then she might ask them for their phone number. They'll give them they homeboy phone number. Now they homeboy done caught the bitch cause nigga, you ain't got no phone. So I'm glad little bro had enough sense, you know what I'm saying, to play the game like that. So we doing time in that bit. You know what I mean? He had been coming back telling me he pulling up on her or whatever. So shit, he billing his money, he stacking his paper, you know what I'm saying? So time going on or whatever, you know what I mean? And I had a little hiccup, you feel me? Some more niggas had came in our dorm and they did a violation on a nigga, but they hurt him up real bad, you feel me? Left up out of there. So that caused us to have a shakedown, you feel me? They came and shook our dorm down and shook the dorm down with them niggas, the dorm they was in, you know what I'm saying? And I lost like half a zip, you feel me? I had just gave it to the nigga, you feel me? He was good for the money, but shit, he ended up going to the hole and shit, so I had to wait on my bread. He got caught with it in the shakedown. So it was all good though, you know, shit like that happen. So, you know, day in and day out, you know what I mean? I'm watching little bro grow. I'm watching him grow. But also, I'm starting to see more niggas come around. They start coming around and more. You know what I'm saying? Niggas started big and more. You know the crumb bums, they see who getting money. So they go to big and shit. So one day, I'm in the room just chilling. You know what I'm saying? Listen to the CD player and shit. Then a nigga come in the room and go in little bro box. So I'm like, hey, bro, what you got going on, bro? You ain't knocking nothing. He was like, oh shit, my bad, bro. Bro up there in the room handling some shit. He told me to come down here. We finna make a pocket. So I'm like, alright, shit, cause in my head I'm like, I know this nigga ain't that stupid to just come in the nigga room, go in the nigga box. So come to find out, they were making a pocket. He got all type of shit out little bro box. Looked like he was making the whole damn pocket. So, cause that nigga got some sauce shit, corn, chip, tuna, soups, all kind of shit out that bitch. I'm like, damn. So, a couple hours later, he come back to the room and shit. I'm like, damn, why you letting him come in your locker about now? He was like, oh shit, bro, it's straight, bro. I fucked with them boys one time, man. Woo, woo, woo. So that thing, you know, this shit start happening on the regular. Different niggas start coming in the room, going in their locker. I'm like, bro, you need to stop that shit, bro. Stop letting them niggas access your shit like that, bro. They ain't doing nothing but pocket watching, coming in here pocket watching, looking at your shit, bro. You feel me? Trying to see what they can finesse you up out of. See, they ain't finna do nothing but have these niggas big and they know you got it. So they done seen it in your locker they self, so they know you got it. I say, bro, you don't need to open them kind of doors, bro. Let these niggas come in and out your locker, bro. Hell no. So he was like, man, it cool, we cool. I'm like, shit, all right. So, you know, I tried to tell him, I tried to warn him, but, you know, he had to learn the hard way in the long run. So he started hanging with a few niggas and shit like that. You know what I mean? Cap ass nigga. I had them been in the dorm with these niggas. I knew they wasn't talking about nothing. And I tried to tell him that, but sometimes some people just have to fuck around and find out. But everything was pretty smooth, you know what I'm saying? Wasn't that major going on, you know? So the intensity had done turned up between him and that little female he was trying to get. You feel me? So he told me, he was like, hey, boy, I slid that bitch the number today. I was like, yeah. He was like, yeah, she say she gonna hit. She ain't say when. She was just like, be looking out for a call. So I'm like, all right, shit, that bitch done became cool because she done broke a motherfucking rule. Oh, yeah. So about 2 nights later, she called his ass. It was down there lockdown time. It was right before we locked the door. So he started talking to her and shit, you know what I'm saying? Listening to little bro goddamn work his little move. You know what I'm saying? She was going for it too. She was young like him. He told me Shawty was number 21. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, he working his little ones or two. They getting closer, whatever. You know what I'm saying? This shit would start to become a habit. Them folk were going to sleep on the phone and shit together. And I'm like, yeah, boy, you got her. You got her, boy. EJ. I say, you done popped the question yet about the work? He was like, nah, I ain't tried on no work shit yet, but she give me the vibe like she'll do something, though, because she be asking me certain questions and shit. I'm like, yeah. I say, yeah, she curious. I say, shit, you got to think about it, bro. She worked the compound. She worked the whole compound. She done been in dorms. She done seen shit. She done been in a shakedown, so she see the type of work and shit niggas be having, and she know it's some money in it, bitch. One thing I know. 2 things for sure. She know what's going on in it, bitch. I say, just be patient, though. Just be patient, goddamn. It gonna fall in place when it's supposed to. You know what I'm saying? It gonna happen for you. I say the number 1 rule, though, keep niggas out your business. I say, you ain't told none of your homeboys you be talking to her and shit. He like, hell no, boy. You know I ain't did no shit like that. So I'm like, all right. He was like, shit, everything gonna be a go. He say, once they bitch finally work over here in our dorm, boy, I know I'm gonna have her ass locked in. I said, oh yeah, but I said, you gotta play that a certain way too. He was like, shit, bro, you got to tell me how I supposed to play that shit. I said, it's all about your timing, bro. You got to have her on one accord, bro. The best time to move is when these niggas gone out the child, gone out the big yard, gone out the, you know what I'm saying? He like, okay. I said, yeah, you can't just be in the open like that because niggas is watching everything, bro. They watching your every move. You feel me? He was like, word. I'm gonna keep that in mind. I said, shit, boy, you better. But oh yeah, boy, this shit finna get serious. I'm talking about this shit finna turn up, boy. I swear, boy, loose lips, they sink ships every time, man. Y'all make sure y'all tune in to part 2. Just chill. That thing bite the bite, just chill.
Within a little minute, the nigga I'm back. Better than never, running never.
Hangout wear pajamas are the go-to for anyone who loves looking fly, even when chilling at home. Slip them on, and boom, instant style upgrade without leaving the couch. These PJs are like a cozy hug from a cloud, but make it fashion. Perfect for those Netflix marathons or surprise FaceTime calls. Once, wore them all weekend and felt like a homebody fashion icon. Snag yours now and redefine home comfort.